Chris here, Pro Paint Jobs, another project, beautiful, beautiful brownstone. All the original wood preserved, looks great. Now they hired us to come in here and repaint everything. But here's the problem. They just bought this place, and what happens is the previous people who painted it, they didn't do such a great job. And there's paint on the beautiful wood. As far as I'm concerned, very disrespectful. This splatters all over the floor. This is very typical when we walk into a place. We walk through with the customer. I want them to see everything before we even open up a can of paint. As a result, they're going to have their floors refinished. But before they do that, I want to paint these ceilings. I already started cutting the back panels. I want to cut and roll all of these ceilings today. Main reason is so when the floors are all finished and we come back in here, there'll be less wear and tear on the floors, less equipment, less running around, things like that. We just want to try to keep the new floors as safe as possible. The less action, the less activity on it, the better. So let us come in here today. We'll do some repair work. We'll fill some holes. We've been removing some hardware. We go upstairs now. Again, heavily textured walls. They do not want to skim coat. We do not skim coat every surface. I did let them know that. See, we can remove everything now. Come into the master. More holes. So we'll work on that. Make a mess, sweep it up. And the reason why we're here is to make sure this doesn't happen again. Master Painters are here to make sure this doesn't happen. Very slow, tedious process. We have to be very slow and very careful. We do not want to add to the mess here. Again, we're here to paint. And our job is to keep this wood as beautiful as possible. We're not going to add to the imperfections and the damage at all. We want this, we want it to be beautiful. We love the wood. We want to preserve it for them, and we're going to be very, very careful and make sure that any paint that gets applied here is just going to go on the walls, nothing on the trim. This is day one. We will come back next week for these walls, and whatever white trim that's in the back there in the kitchen we'll do as well. This is why professionals are here this time. Very sad, splatter, sprinkles, drips everywhere, but it's life, and it's very common in all of these beautiful brownstones. Just be careful who you hire and who you let in your house. There's just no way to just do it like this and walk away. You have to work those bristles into every nook, constantly vibrating and wiggling. All right, I have a place where I can't reach, so I want to put an extension here. And the way I dip this, I want to condition it already. I'm dipping it like this on purpose, because that's how I need my brush. I'm going to lay it down, front and back. Same deal. Back brush. Back brush. All right. Day one complete. Ceilings done. The shelf, some wall repairs. Ripped off. Ceilings done. This shelf ripped off. Wall repairs. all ceilings. This shelf ripped off. Some more wall repairs. There's two skims on this already. This room, we actually painted it. Why not? It used to look like that. All the walls are gonna go in off-white in here. All right, we will come back for part 2, a couple of days, but from your perspective, it'll be like a second. See you then. We're back at this project. We were actually here as our second day, but my voice is a little messed up from allergies, so I didn't really want to record. Customer requested to have the yellow portions painted. It's decorator's white, Benjamin Moore color. So right now we're painting all the walls. We painted all the panels. More importantly, we went around. Everywhere that could be caulked, we caulked. We went through 5 tubes of caulk. Everywhere that could be caulked was caulked, and everywhere needed to be caulked. Each and every rectangle panel here was caulked. We did the best we could. You can't really get it perfect, but we try. All these yellow walls are now white. This room's complete. It was purple. Looks fantastic. This room as well was a blue. This is what they wanted. We got semi-gloss on the trim, wherever there is trim. This area here. Classic Brooklyn brownstone, love it. Subtle color difference there from the wall and the trim, looks nice. Everything in here was blue. Trim was done in here, everything's clean and beautiful. So that's upstairs, working on downstairs. Heading down. You know, we really care. All this beautiful wood. We didn't want to get any paint on it whatsoever. It's a little slow moving, but completely worth it. We just have to make sure that the customer loves the finished product as much as we love doing it. And if you don't care, you'll rush it. And if you rush it, you more than likely will screw it up. You gotta care for what you do. My name's Chris from Pro Paint Jobs. Catch you next time. Thank you.